Every day, we used to sit around a table and write letters. Before we'd start, the boy who washed his hands 23 times each day would place each chair exactly 10 inches away from the next. The girl beside me wrote about how instead of making a wish when she blew out the candles on her birthday cake, she thought of a new reason not to get out of bed in the morning. I wrote about the time when the thoughts swimming in my head refused to stop synonymizing average with worthless and normal with failure, when 500 was a daily limit, when I couldn't put a fork between my blue lips without crying, when living in my own body felt like lying, when I was certain that the shadows beneath my ribs were darkened prize ribbons, when I spent hours measuring the size of my wrist, making sure I didn't take up more space than I deserved. Across the hall, there was another group of people sitting around a table just like ours, but everyone was frail and their bald heads were veiled in scarves. They had people visiting them every day, and no one across the hall was scared of what people would say. They were also writing letters, but their letters are probably tacked to the family fridge, framed and hung on the dining room wall, so that when someone asks about sickness, those letters will be passed around like badges of honor won by brave soldiers. Our letters are tacked to the undersides of our beds, framed and hung on our closet walls, so that when someone asks about sickness, we always feel our stories grating against the back of our throats like suicide notes, but we will never be able to spit them out because no one cares for an update on the boy who can't speak straight or the girl who lost a little weight. Because we are sick and they are sick, but our sickness seems to have torn the mold apart because now it doesn't fit into anyone's heart. The only difference between their table and ours is that the people sitting around their table are writing letters about a sickness that is tangible. You can cup their sickness in your hands and you can remove it from the body with a knife. I tried that once, but I guess my sickness doesn't work the same way because I couldn't pull it out of me no matter how deep I reached. Our stories are meant to be told. We should no longer be taught to hold them inside of us. There is no shame in letting our secrets unfold. Our illness is not a scar to be hidden because there is more than one boy with shaking hands. There is more than one daughter blowing out candles on a cake she won't eat. There is more than one girl afraid to get out of bed, and there is so much fear lying in the things they left unsaid. So I will keep telling my story, because somewhere along the way, I realized that we only feel alone because not enough people have told us otherwise.